Good afternoon, parents, distinguished guests, faculty, and fellow graduates. Please be seated. Welcome to the 2016 Glenelg Commencement Ceremony. It is an honor to stand on this stage representing the class of 2016 on such a memorable day. I would like to congratulate my peers on a successful 4 years at Glenelg High School, or at least successful enough. I'd like to thank the faculty, our parents, and our loyal friends for helping us accomplish our goal of leaving high school in one piece. There are no words to express our appreciation for all of your love and support. Lastly, I'd like to thank the family member who gave us the most money as our graduation gift. You know who you are. As diverse as our class is, we all share the common experience of our years at Glenelg. I'm sure there have been nights that we've all said that we can't even, but we can, and we have. Our last year at Glenelg has not been without controversy, but ultimately, what defines us and what binds us are the proud moments that mark our time at Glenelg. Earning a clean sweep at a national music competition, winning the varsity girls basketball state and regional championship, or even managing to leave our house after the January snowstorm. These achievements are what we should remember when reflecting on our final year in high school. This ceremony will end a very significant chapter in our lives, but our stories remain to be written, and we go forth from here to write even greater chapters. Today, we are graduates. Tomorrow, we become college students, servicemen and women, and members of the workforce. We go forth with the lessons and experiences we have earned at Glenelg High School. I can think of no better starting point. I challenge my fellow graduates to go out into the world and maximize the gifts we all possess. I cannot wait to see what we will accomplish and how far our successes will take us. Always remember the words of hockey great Wayne Gretzky. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So take all the shots you get. Thank you all. Now please rise for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, it is our privilege to introduce our honored guests on stage. Please hold your applause until all the guests have been recognized. The Honorable Allan Kittleman, Howard County Executive. Mrs. Ellen Flynn Giles, Vice Chairman of the Board of Education of Howard County. Dr. Bess Altwerger, Member of the Board of Education of Howard County. Mrs. Sandra French, member of the Board of Education of Howard County. Mrs. Janet Siddiqui, member of the Board of Education of Howard County. Dr. Renee Foose, Superintendent, Howard County Schools. Ms. Linda Wise, Deputy Superintendent, Howard County Public Schools. The Honorable Gail Bates, Maryland State Senator, District 9. The Honorable Trent Kittleman, Maryland State Delegate, District 9A. The Honorable Warren Miller, Maryland State Delegate, District 9A. The Honorable Greg Fox, Howard County Council, I'm so sorry, District 5. Mr. Frank Eastham, Executive Director, School Improvement and Administration, Howard County Public Schools. Dr. Gina Masella, Administrative Director, High Schools, Howard County Public Schools. Ms. Camille Jones, Chief Operating Officer, Howard County Public Schools. Mr. Carl Schindler, Principal, Glenelg High School. Mr. Dave Struthers, Assistant Principal. Dr. Brianne Bayshore, Assistant Principal. Ms. Rosalie Bowen, Assistant Principal. Mr. Clovis Thomas, Assistant Principal. Mr. Daniel Sageman, Athletic and Activities Manager. Mr. Richard Bobb, Administrator, Applications and Research Laboratory. Larry Cohen, former member of the Board of Education. Mr. Jeremy Snyder, Special Education Instructional Team Leader. Mr. Phil Singleton, English Instructional Team Leader. Mr. William Regal, Social Studies Instructional Team Leader. Mr. Kendall Morton, Science Instructional Team Leader. Ms. Emily Borgia, Fine Arts Instructional Team Leader. Mr. Matthew Kinlock, 9th Grade Instructional Team Leader. Ms. Denise Frank, World Language Instructional Team Leader. Ms. Airjeet Jandu, National Honor Society sponsor. Ms. Carol Dorman, Math Instructional Team Leader. Dr. Stephen Burnett, Student Services Instructional Team Leader. Ms. Lene Nelson, Counselor. Ms. Mindy Hirsch, Counselor. Ms. Karen Hoffman, Counselor. Ms. Aracelis Varela, Teacher Development Liaison. And finally, Mr. John Mayle, the 2016 Glenelg High School Teacher of the Year. Hello, family, friends, teachers, and most importantly, the class of 2016. In the words of Elle Woods, we did it.
After 4 long years, we finally have made it to the end, but not without a few memories along the way.
Who can forget walking into the doors of Glenelg on our very first day of freshman year?
Hearing rap music come from the tractors and trucks as you walk in.
With both anxiety and idealism emanating from the walls of this building which we call home.
Since the world did not end in 2012, Glenelg was waiting for us with open arms and open textbooks.
There was a lot of new experiences that were available to us.
JV and varsity sports, clubs, theater, and numerous other groups to be a part of.
In a lot of ways, our high school experience was no different from any other classes.
As freshmen, we were terrified of senior boys with beards.
That is, until we too became senior boys with beards.
However, there were also a few things that made the class of 2016 what it is.
We're the largest class in Glenelg history.
We're the class that witnessed the birth of Snapchat.
And the rebirth of Facebook, as we quickly realized that our senior year, in our senior year, that our freshman year profile picture would be the first impression to college roommates.
We are the class that got to exercise our right to vote in the Maryland primaries.
But most importantly, and above all else, we are the first class in over 10 years to witness River Hill football lose and Glenelg finally storm the field.
And we too counted down the days until we could wear red on color day.
But our freshman year, we saw a Harry Potter homecoming.
I still remember building the Goblet of Fire with the help of Mr. Gerstner and the actual help of Mrs. Borja.
No.
I mean,
Even though, via tradition, we got the worst house with Hufflepuff, we still made the most of it.
We also saw the very not it. We also saw the very last lights off dance in Glenelg homecoming history.
To the underclassmen out there, you missed out.
we'd also like to quickly give a shout out to our couple goals since 2012. Homecoming Prince and Princess, Cooper Huffman and Emily Gorey. You guys really make us believe in love.
Also, freshman year, the Ravens won the Super Bowl. Boys lacrosse made it to states, and field hockey had their three-peat victory as state champions.
There we go. And we were graced with the presence of Hurricane Sandy.
Then, after the horror that was freshman year, we quickly became sophomores.
Which was only slightly less horrifying.
The theater department put on Little Mermaid. I'll never forget them bringing the good old Heelys out for an appearance.
We wore white on color day and got to create the worst float of our 4 years as we attempted to represent the X-Men.
Attempted being the operative word. It was just a sign on a trailer.
It's okay though, we can say that because we made it. We're connected.
Sophomore year was also the year that most of our parents finally let us go to our first Merriweather concert alone. A rite of passage for a lot of kids in Howard County.
And everything else that happened sophomore year is irrelevant, so moving on to junior year.
Junior year, that's when everything changed.
Oh, no longer were we the fearful underclassmen, but rather the feared upperclassmen.
The world was our oyster, and that oyster contained pearls such as SATs and actual AP tests.
Sorry, Mr. Mail.
Our class put on the first powder puff game in years, bringing back a long-missed tradition. Unfortunately, we juniors were cheated out of a win to avoid hurting any seniors' feelings, but in our hearts, we all know the real champions.
And our volleyball team made it to states.
That year, we also had the only Sadie Hawkins dance of our 4 years, which brought in a lot of money to prom.
But with all the hardships that were presented to us junior year, what made it all worth it was prom.
Prom was at Martin's West, and I think it's safe to say that the SGA did an amazing job at planning prom that year.
Same goes for the PTA for the prom.
I only won $4 in the money machine, though, which was not quite enough to break even on all the money I spent that week.
Junior year, for most of us, meant it was time to get our license, a reason to celebrate for us and a reason to fear for our parents.
We anxiously waited all year for the seniors to leave so we could finally claim our front row spots in the parking lot, something this year's juniors did not do.
You know who you are.
As early as that summer, the scramble for college applications began.
As soon as they were released, you could actually feel the blood pressure of every senior steadily rise.
That made the first half of senior year increasingly difficult, but it was not without a few amazing memories.
Spirit Week this year was crazy, as most of us realized it was our last Spirit Week ever.
Of course, we finally got to wear red on color day, and we got our senior tailgate at the community center, which was one of the highlights of many high school careers.
I can honestly say that that's one of the most fun times I've ever had at a library.
We also had a movie-themed homecoming because who doesn't love the red carpet?
Seniors also finally won the parade float contest after many, many, many previous attempts.
Being the seniors on Color Day and during the pep rally is an experience that I will never forget.
The numerous traditions included the senior crab feast, as well as many lasts, like our last football game as Glenelg students.
Along with all the last comes every athlete's last game and ever-awaited senior night, a night most will never forget.
Our wrestling team was regional champs, girls lacrosse was regional and state champs, and the girls basketball team also won regionals and states this year, giving us some truly proper last games. Go Glads!
Once again, we saw our school put on beloved Disney musical Tarzan, and of course the amazing production of High School Musical put on by GBC.
We're all in this together. Sorry.
This all culminated in our senior prom at the National Aquarium.
Shout out to the junior SGA for an amazing night.
This brought our time at Glenele to a close. As the epidemic known as senioritis plagued our class, our actual will to come to class deteriorated.
It was finally time to leave.
We love Glenele and all, but we were so exhausted after the last 4 years, it was finally time to relax.
But not before our senior award ceremony and picnic. Shout out to Shannon Jones and Wayne Allan for winning Gladiator of the Year.
Woo! Meow.
Our last 4 years here have been amazing, and we are prepared and excited for the next chapter of our lives.
Thank you, Glenele. Because I knew you, I've been changed for good.
Well, I can't really say the same for you, Katie, but
Good
luck, class of 2016.
And go Glads!
You can go. The Glenelg High School Choir, directed by Mr. Ross Rawlings, will now sing Awaken the Music.
Wherever you come from, wherever you've been, a new day is dawning. Just take it all in. What you have longed for is reaching to you. All you have dreamed of is yours, yes, it's true. Take hold of your gift. Find courage to try. Follow the path that you see. Your heart full of wonder beckons to dream. It's time to set yourself free. Awaken the music. Now is your moment to sing. Awaken the music. See what your new song will bring. Step forward, determined into this new day. You've already come so far. Awaken the music. Go tell the world who you are. How beautiful life can be. With all of its possibilities. Make it happen with all you know. Only you can make it so. Make it so. What you have longed for is reaching to you. Is reaching to you. All you have dreamed of is yours, yes, it's true. Is yours, yes, it's true. Take hold of your gift. Find courage to try. Follow the path that you see. Your heart full of wonder beckons to dream.
A great teacher is someone who combines what it means to be an effective educator and a loyal mentor. Teachers who go above and beyond their administrative and educational duties in order to inspire and advocate for their students help to create a better school community. This teacher is an outstanding example of excellence in the classroom and involvement in the community, and his phenomenal results both in and out of the classroom make him a standout among the best. His passion for the subject matter he teaches, his leadership, and his sense of humor make him an admirable teacher and individual. It is my honor to introduce the 2016 Teacher of the Year, Mr. John Mayle. Mr. Mayle graduated from Gettysburg College with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Sorry. And he then went on to earn a master's degree from Johns Hopkins University. His love of education translates to how he always aims for the betterment of his students. Mr. Mayle is from Hudson, Ohio, and Ohio is another of many one of his passions. He is a huge Browns fan, and he might know everything there is to know about Ohio, but he has also made his mark here at Glenele High School. He has taught U.S. history, government, and anthropology, and his expertise in political science has also allowed him to teach AP government. Mr. Mayle also initiated AP comparative politics. He is universally committed to creating knowledgeable citizens. Before taking AP government, I thought politics weren't for people my age, but look at me now. I'm a politically active registered voter taking another politics class, all thanks to Mr. Mayle. It is clear that he enjoys teaching, supporting, and advocating for his students. The class of 2016 admires his work ethic and dedication to the Glenele community. We would like to thank him for his outstanding talents as a teacher and mentor. Those students lucky enough to have Mr. Mayle's classes have admired his ability to make even the driest of subjects more exciting. Thank you for all you have done for so many of us. I am proud to introduce Mr. John Mayle.
Well, that was definitely an interesting start to this speech. Sorry about that. Thank you very much for those kind words, Maddie. Class 2016, welcome. Sorry, I just got a Snapchat from Josh Paper with a thumbs up telling me not to screw up. Well, sorry, Josh, I guess we got that one out of the way early, huh? Again, class 2016, I'm happy to be here. Don't worry, I brought my notes because for those of you who do know me, it's very easy to get me off topic. So hopefully no more screw-ups after that one. By the way, do you guys want to see a picture of my dogs? Yeah? Sorry, they didn't bring the projector that I requested. So on to the speech. Class 2016, let me first say what a pleasure it is to be here today. And what an honor it is to be able to speak to you on such an important day for you and your families. I'm just a guy, as Maddie mentioned, from Cleveland, mainly known for bad weather and worse sports teams. And look at me here today. I have the honor to stand on this stage with such greats as Kenny Chesney, sorry that he made you graduate a week late, Kanye West, and of course, Dr. Foose. It's tremendously humbling to be up here today. But honestly, for those of you who know me, I try not to mince words. So let me say that what I'm going to say to you today is truly from my heart, and I mean it deeply, okay? You guys are such a special group to me because when you were freshmen, I was a freshman. We probably shared some of the same insecurities. What are the teachers going to be like? Are they going to offer comparative government? Are the chicken patties going to be as good as they were at Glenwood? Will I be cool enough to get red paint slapped on my shirt on Friday of Spirit Week? Let me tell you from personal experience, I guess I was cool enough to get red paint put on my shirt, and it's really not as good of an honor as it sounds like. And here we are today. You guys have a list of accomplishments that we could go over for hours. All right, we made it through 4 years. In a short time, you guys are off to new adventures, and I get to go back to school tomorrow and start planning homecoming for next year. You've spent 4 years listening to me and other teachers ask you to do things. Vocabulary lists, math packets that I don't understand, even though I see you doing them in my class all the time. And all the while trying to sprint to ROFO and make it back in time for third period. All right? I promise you that I'm only going to ask you to do 3 things, okay? It's not to get out your drills. It's not to put your phone away, although it shouldn't be out. And that's all I'm going to ask you. Yep, hold on. It's Miss Chalkett telling me to get on with it. There's another graduation coming up. First, do me a favor. First thing I'm going to ask you to do. If you could please stand up. Graduates. Turn around. Look into the crowd, all of these people that have sacrificed so much and cared for you so deeply and put in so much time and effort. Your family, your friends, your teachers, all the staff. Okay, they are here, and one of the main reasons that you're walking across the stage today. So if you do me a favor and please give these people a round of applause. All right, you can turn around and sit down now. I would also like to extend my appreciation to all of you that are here today for all the hard work that you put into these fine young men and women. The people that support us, the teachers, the staff, friends, family, they are so important to us and our success as we go on through life. I've had a couple people in my life that have had a big effect on me, and the first was my grandfather. He was a banker. And I was about 10 years old, and he gave me a piece of advice. He looked at me and said, "John, don't be a jerk." Now, obviously, I edited that because this is a family program. But yeah, definitely a nice piece of a nugget of wisdom. But I guess I had to leave that up to all you to determine if I actually took that advice or not. The second was my father, also a banker. He gave me some good advice when I was at a crossroads in my life, a time when things were changing. As you might have guessed, I'm from me every day wearing a tie. I come from a long line of bankers. I had gotten out of college and I went to work for my dad. And, he was so excited about it. He was so happy that I was working with him. And being the youngest, I was the last chance to sort of take on that legacy. So I said, all right, I'll try it. Hated it, and wanted to get out as soon as possible. So I sat there for a few weeks and mulled over, just terrified of, I got to go up to my dad and tell him, look, thanks for all the help, but this isn't for me. And so I finally got up the courage and I went up to him and I told him, Dad, I don't want to do this anymore. I think I want to be a teacher. And I was bracing for the endless insults or yells or whatever he was going to say. And he didn't. He looked at me and he said, "John, if that's what you want to do, if that's what's going to make you happy, go do it. Your mother and I will be happy as long as you're happy." And obviously that second one was a little more poignant and had a little more meaning to me. And that is what we want to convey to you today. All right, whatever your next move is. All right, whether you're going off to college or whether you're going into the service, military service, or into the workforce, make sure it's something that you enjoy. All right, make sure it's something that you get up every day and want to go do. All right, if you go to college, okay, and I don't know, you've already decided you want to be something like a teacher, for example. All right, do yourself a favor, take classes in other disciplines. All right, get out there and experience different things. Join the ultimate frisbee team. Join the intramural curling club, join a band, anything. Just get out there and experience new things. If you are heading off to work or military, stay loose, keep an open mind. Something might come along one day and present itself, and you might want to take advantage of that. So be ready. One of the reasons you are sitting here today is because as ninth graders, you harness that curiosity and that willingness to try new things, all right? You embraced it and all the new challenges in front of you. There might have been a scary time for you, but look at everything that you've accomplished, okay? I promise in like 20 minutes, you're gonna go from being a Glenele student to a Glenele alumnus. So just hang in there with me for a few more minutes. All right, now on to my second request. All right, by some miracle, if they're not out already, go ahead and take your phones out. Bet you never thought me to hear say that, right? Please take them out, all right? I want you to remember this moment. This is a big day in your lives, all right, no matter what comes next. So, on the count of 3, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Go ahead and take a selfie with your section. You know what, I'll take one with you. Everybody good? I'll take one with you. And my last selfie. The third and final thing that I will ask of you is to remember your time here at Glenele. Remember all of the people that put in so much hard work, the staff, your friends, your family, the teachers, all of those people as you go off to the next, on to the next things you do. Remember the good times that you had here. Remember not only what you have learned, but also the work ethic that has been instilled in you. Take that with you onto what you do next. You are a talented group of young people. Everyone is here today because they care about you and are invested in you. You are the ones that are going to make us safe. You're the ones that are going to develop the new ideas. You're the ones that are going to usher us into a better part of the 21st century. I haven't taken a formal poll here, but I think it's pretty safe to say that I can speak for everyone here when we say we think that you are the future. We think that you have the drive to achieve the things, and we are so proud to be able to work with you. We wish you the best. We expect the best because we know you are the best. We know that you're capable of doing things that will make an impact on the future. Class 2016, you are an amazing group of people. At every turn, it has been an exciting and amazing opportunity to work with you over the last 4 years. Today, all of the applause and accolades that you receive are well-deserved and hard-earned. All right, so I think I'm supposed to give you guys some advice. I guess that's part of this whole deal. I promised I wouldn't quote anyone famous. This is sort of paraphrased, all right, because I don't know who said it. But, you know, sometimes life throws you curveballs, all right? You get bad grades, friends fight, you get a job, you don't get a job, you end up moving, okay? But when the dust settles, the important thing is to consider, are you doing what you love? Are you enjoying, are you following your passion, all right? Find out whatever that is. If you don't know what it is right now, that's not that big of a deal. It will come. All right. I said it would. So, anyways, if you find something that you love, it's not called work. All right. It's your calling. You won't work a day in your life. I know that's like paraphrased from someone famous, but I took it. And that will make you smile and your family happy every day. All right. If you choose a path and you don't find it fulfilling, find a way to get off and break through the brush. Find one that's more to your liking, where the sun is shining on you and you are enjoying what you are doing. All right, I promise there's only like 20 minutes left to get your diplomas. All right, so class 2016, enjoy this day. You earned it. Best wishes on wherever your path takes you. Class 2016, we all wish you the best and are so proud of you. Congratulations and have a great day.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It is my pleasure to introduce the Howard County Executive, Mr. Allan Kittleman.
Thank you, Mr. Schindler. Wow, this is a great day to be a member of the Glenele community. Congratulations, class of 2016. You have made it, and we are all so, so proud of you. And I have had the fortune of being able to attend all the graduations so far, and we only have one more after you. And I gotta tell you, this is actually, I don't have to tell you, just don't tell anybody else, okay? Keep it quiet. By far my favorite, because I have 3 Glenele graduates in my family. I have 1 current Glenele student in my family who hopefully will graduate next year. And I have a teacher who did a great job giving you the little remarks earlier. So I'm excited to be part of the Glenele community. It means a lot for me to be with you tonight and today. So, as I think about what I could say to you and about graduation ceremonies, what I often think about is how it's a reflective time. It's a time when you guys are reflecting upon the last 4 years, and you heard some reflections earlier, all the good times you've had, the tough times you've had, but you've worked hard, you've persevered, you've made it. But I think it's interesting, and I think it's appropriate that we have these ceremonies either right before or right after Memorial Day. A time in which we reflect upon those who have fallen so that you can be where you are today. And think about the men and the women who have fought for our country, who have paid the ultimate sacrifice, so that you can have the opportunities, you can live the American dream that you're able to live. And so I think it's important that we remember those and we continue to honor their memory by doing what we can to make the world a better place. But I also want to make sure that we recognize today those who are still with us and who have served. So what I would like to do, I would like to have anyone here who is a veteran, anyone here who is currently active military, and any of the 2016 graduates who are going to be going into the military, please stand so we can recognize you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. You've already seen how your parents, and you've talked about how your parents have sacrificed for you and how others, families and friends, which is very appropriate for you to honor them. But thank you for also honoring those who have fought to make sure you have what you have today. And so the last thing I would say to you, class of 2016, is pay it forward and pay it back. Make sure that whatever you do, wherever you go, whatever you battle in the future, you gladiators, look for ways in which you can touch other people's lives. Look for ways in which you can improve the lives of others, the way that you can serve others, put others before yourself. Because I know there's a lot of ways people measure success, by who has the biggest, the highest paying job, who has the nicest house, who has the best car, and who does really well in their careers. Those are all important things, I guess. But for me, the true measure of success is what you do for others, how you serve others, and how you make the community a better place than when you came. So I would just ask you, pay back to the honor those folks who have fallen, those folks who have served, your classmates who are going to serve, honor them by continuing to work every day to make our community a better place to live. And when you do that, gladiators, you're going to make a real difference in this world. So congratulations, go Glads. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Kittleman. It also is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Larry Cohen, former member, Board of Education of Howard County.
Good afternoon, Glenele, class of 2016, and welcome to Graduation Day, Thursday, June 2nd, 2016. I'm Larry Cohen, and as always, I hope you're all doing well. I know you are. Congratulations, mission accomplished. This is a very big day for all of you. Thank you so much for the opportunity and the privilege to have gotten to know you over the past 4 years. I want to know how honored I am of you welcoming me into your school and into your lives. I very much appreciate that. You're all very special to me. You have made me part of the Glenele family, and I want you to also know that I am proud of you, not only for your accomplishments and achievements, but even more so for the fine young ladies and gentlemen you have become. I'm proud to be here and thrilled to be here to watch you to cross your stage and get your diploma. Parents, thank you for the wonderful students that you have sent us. Good job. To Mr. Schindler and the rest of the Glenele staff, thank you for what you have done for your students. You should be very proud of them. To the graduates, what can I say? You're here. And as you move here from your life, I want you to think of one thing. I would really like you to think about the type of person you want to be. You see, in life, there are some people who sit on the sidelines and watch things happen and not do very much. Don't be that person. There are some people who sit on the sidelines and let things happen and also don't do very much. Don't be that person either. And then there are some people who take control of their lives, do many things, and make things happen and make a difference. That's the kind of person I want you to do, and as I always say, I want you to be, and that's the kind of person I know you can be, and that, as I've said so many times, is a choice, and that's your choice. And so now, for the very last time, from me to you, the Glenele graduating class of 2016, live and unplugged, upfront and personal, my closing comments. Thank you. Work hard, never give up. Maintain your sense of humor. You'll always need that. Use your time wisely. Always do your very best. See, I lost my train of thought. That's the first time I went through the closing comments and did that. Always have a good, positive attitude. Have confidence in yourself and your abilities. Be honest with yourself and others. Respect yourself and others. Always be in control of your attitude, actions, and behaviors. Think before you act, and think before you react. Be nice and kind to each other. Follow through on your commitments and responsibilities. Use good judgment. Make good decisions and good choices. Keep both your body and mind healthy and strong, and always keep love in your heart. Stay healthy. Please be careful out there. And as always, and most importantly, because we all love you and care about you, each and every one of you, please come home safely to your family and friends every day. And now just a couple of special added comments to you, the class of 2016. No matter where you're off to or where you go, may you always be safe. May you always be healthy. May you be happy. May your dreams of today become your realities of tomorrow. May there always be more laughs than tears. May your principles and values always guide you. May you always treat others the way you want to be treated. May you always have the courage, strength, and ability to continue to move forward and meet all new challenges. May you do great things and inspire others to do the same. May you make a positive difference in the world, and may the world continue to be a better place because you are here. And finally, may your story continue, and may the best be yet to come. Thank you, as always, for listening. Have a great day. Congratulations again. Have a great, long, healthy, successful, safe, and happy life. Love to you all, and of course, keep smiling. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cohen. Distinguished guests, parents, family members, alumni, staff, friends, and graduates, welcome to Glenelg High School's 2016 Commencement Ceremony, the 57th commencement ceremony in Glenelg's cherished history. Graduates, I am very proud of each of you. You are a phenomenal group of young adults, no longer children. Believe in yourselves. You really are our future. I have seen you involved in far more than superior academics. Your humanitarian efforts can be seen in each member of our senior class. As a matter of fact, you reached out to many people who were in need or simply less fortunate than you. You raised $15,000, which you contributed to the Rodney Williams Children's Education Fund, the Bright Minds Foundation, Grassroots, the Children's Cancer Foundation, and UNICEF, just to name a few of your efforts. You also visited and played beautiful music for the elderly and collected food for the Maryland Food Bank. I also am astounded by your leadership and accomplishments and would like to share just a few of your successes and facts about your class. You were offered over $5.5 million in scholarships. 94% of you will be furthering your college education after high school. 4 of our students will be attending Ivy League universities. 1% of our students will enter the world of work, and 3% will enter technical or trade schools. Several students will enter the U.S. military. Please stand as I call your name and hold your applause until the end. Michael Baker, U.S. Air Force. John Actis, U.S. Coast Guard. Clayton Huntington, U.S. Coast Guard. John Davis, U.S. Marine Corps. Garrett Randolph, U.S. Marine Corps. Andrew Shackelford, U.S. Army. And Carson Marshall, U.S. Army ROTC Scholarship to McDaniel College. I would like to congratulate you and wish you the best of luck. Thank you. There are 11 sets of twins in your class of 343 students. Oh, and by the way, one student from your class was born on June 2nd. Happy birthday, Alex Herwig. 5 students are graduating early, and there are 325 students involved in various national honor societies. 2 of our students became National Merit Scholarship Academic Program finalists, and 17 of you became National Merit Scholarship Commended Students. There are 256 AP Scholars in the senior class, and 21 seniors maintained straight A's during their senior year in high school. Additionally, during your 4 years at Glenele, you won county championships in volleyball, field hockey, football, wrestling, boys lacrosse, and allied bowling. You won regional championships in volleyball, football, field hockey, wrestling, girls basketball, boys lacrosse, and girls lacrosse. And this fall, Trey Davis broke the Howard County football rushing record. This spring, our 4x400 meter relay team with 3 of our seniors won a regional championship in track. And we cannot forget our state champions, not just one team, but 2, our girls basketball team and our girls lacrosse team. Congratulations, Lady Gladiators. And as you know, I always search for a profound piece of writing that embodies everything the class of 2016 symbolizes. I once again return to something that originated from within the walls of Glenelg High School. The following poem was written by one of your classmates in Mr. Singleton's English class. It is called 2016. I have grown so warmly accustomed to the way I think the world works, so I have been living in my comfortable world, a town with rustling fields and quaint homes. I called it safety. This is the desk where I sat. These are those halls in which we laughed, the room where we sat and learned. This is the same little town, singing aloud the same tune for almost 18 years. That song is replaced not with silence, but a crescendo of a deafening blizzard of us. And we drip with torrential uncertainty, and behold, in consciousness, we rise like air in parting, slow like glaciers and speeding like trains, impatient to meet our future. knowing yet and knowing still that knowing does not stop. We have learned to make a friend of everyone so as to never leave anyone behind. And we have learned all that we could from books, the details of human life and histories and the curves of slopes and the limitations of infinite languages and everything in between. And all that's left to learn is how to live, the intricate art of being happy. And happiness does not idle nor pool at the bottom of a distant precipice, nor beneath a shattered youthful grace, nor does it wait to be found, but it will. Now begins our immortal flight, birds belonging to a modern paradise, through the blissful fading summers where we thought school would last forever. But now we blaze like the ocean set aflame in the year of 2016, and we're ready to jumpstart our undefending young hearts, open to the wider world, reaching, yearning, in a single breathless motion to scream our souls out and to behold the universe that we thought only existed on paper. With her permission, Kesmita Murani. Finally, graduates, please hug your families when we finish today and thank your teachers, counselors, coaches, and parents for guiding and helping you along the way. And don't forget, congratulate yourself for a job very well done. I wish you, the class of 2016, endless possibilities as you venture forth. It is now time for us to begin the official process that will make you no longer students, but GHS alumni. Dr. Foose and Dr. Altwerger, as the principal of Glenele High School, I hereby certify that these fine young men and women of Glenele High School, the class of 2016, have met all of the requirements for graduation as set forth by the Howard County Public School System and the Maryland State Department of Education. They are eligible to receive a Maryland high school diploma, a certificate of completion, or a certificate of attendance. Dr. Foose.
Thank you. Good afternoon, graduates, and congratulations. You've done amazing things over the last 4 years. I've really appreciated watching you evolve into the fine young men and women that you are, and I wish you the best of luck as you move forward. I'm not going to say become successful because I already know that you are. And I also know that at this point in any graduation, and believe me, I have been to many graduations over my lifetime, the only thing that you want to hear at this point is your name being called as you come across that stage. Am I right? Yeah, so we're going to get this moving. Your principal is certified that you're ready to graduate, so let's make it official. Principal Schindler, I hereby accept that these members of the Glenele High School class of 2016 have met the appropriate graduation requirements and are eligible to receive a Maryland high school diploma or an appropriate certificate. I offer you each a lifetime of health and happiness. Congratulations, graduates. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Bess Altwerger, member of the Board of Education.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Education, I have the distinct honor today of handing out diplomas to the Glenelg High School graduate class of 2016. This is indeed a day of celebration for you graduates, but also for your families and friends. I know their mixture of pride and anticipation because I have been in their seats twice as my own children graduated from the Howard County Public School System, and I'm proud to say that one returned as a teacher. This is a well-deserved milestone in your lives, graduates. Over the last 4 years, you worked hard, studied, and prepared yourself to excel on every measure of achievement on your way to this day. And you have many scores as evidence of your success. And while these scores are important, they do not tell the whole story of what you have learned and achieved here, nor do they cement your future. Though so many of you have excelled on these measures, you are so much more than your scores. You are a graduating class of extraordinary young people with many skills, talents, and strengths that will carry you through life. Raise your hand if you were among Glenelg's fabulous dancers, musicians, performers, artists, athletes, singers, inventors, and problem solvers. You've been state and regional champions in all kinds of sports, including girls basketball and lacrosse and even tennis. You've placed first in national choral, band, and orchestra competitions and won honors in technology and robotics. I personally can attest to your wildly successful dance concerts and musical productions such as The Music Man. I thought I was back in New York on Broadway or at the Lincoln Center. Fabulous, just fabulous. You have succeeded in all of these areas, but you are still so much more. You've shown enormous character in your interactions with your classmates, supporting each other to succeed despite this highly competitive education climate. You have been consistently respectful and appreciative of your outstanding teachers and administrators who have worked so hard on your behalf. You have shown your commitment to your community by participating in numerous service activities that Mr. Schindler has mentioned, including raising money for organizations such as Bright Minds and the Children's Cancer Fund. And I know you have also shown your gratitude to your parents and families who have worked so hard to provide you with the privilege of living in a safe, beautiful, and enriching environment and receiving an internationally benchmarked education from Glenelg High School. So graduates, as I hand you your diplomas in just a moment, know that we are all proud of you, not just for your scores, but for your strength of character and your compassion for others that will enable you to thrive in your own lives and also help build a society where every human being has the chance to thrive. Now let's go get those diplomas.
Amatola Ismail Christopher Abu. Natalie Eileen Anderson. Daniel Michael Callahan. Valerie Nancy Collins. Phoebe Catherine Cook. Bridget Catherine Doyle. Anne Louise Finelli. Dominic Sean Faustino. Caitlyn Alexandra Fernandes. Olivia Morgan Fortson. Jacob Christian Foster.
Alexandra Reagan Cameron Gautier. Tyler Robert Donovan Johnson. Mary Shea Keely Kustis. Catherine Ann Lymanstall. Raymond John Robinson. Emma Glenele Rothfield. Madison Elizabeth Stefferson. Alexander Jacob Thompson Harmon. Kathleen Marie Twig. Casey Coyne Wilson. Dr. Altwerger, please step aside so the parents of students who work in Howard County School System can present their children with their diploma. Jordan Blake Nietzsche, presented by Kelly Nietzsche, Patuxent Valley Middle School. Marvin Wayne Allen II, presented by Charlene Allen, Howard County Public School System, Office of Leadership Development. Samantha Scout Ehrenberg, presented by Cynthia Ehrenberg, Dayton Oaks Elementary School. Samuel Robert Cochran, presented by Susan Cochran, Hollifield Station Elementary. Jasmine Victoria Cooper, presented by Lisa Warnick, Cradle Rock Elementary School. Andrew David Delgado Heisig, presented by Celeste Delgado, Waterloo Elementary School. Kayla Elizabeth Hughes, presented by Julie Alonzo Hughes, Howard County Public School System, Office of Instructional Technology and Library Media. Valerie Jade Kopang, presented by Rona Kopang, Dayton Oaks Elementary School. Russell Thomas Levering, presented by Nancy Levering, Dayton Oaks Elementary School. Kyle Gregory Lewandowski, presented by Sharon Lewandowski, Fulton Elementary School. Brian Joseph Lovelace, presented by Carol Lovelace, Bushy Park Elementary School. Kelly Elizabeth McVicker, presented by James McVicker, Glenele High School. Lucas Ryan Metzler, presented by Laurie Metzler, Mount View Middle School. Laura Ann Miller, presented by Delegate Warren E. Miller, State Delegate of Maryland, Howard County. Gina Marie Natreba, presented by Christy Natreba, Longfellow Elementary School. Trevor Lorimer Shepard, presented by Jennifer Shepard, Glenele High School. Hannah Marie Trauca, presented by Greg Trauca, Glenwood Middle School. Anthony Philip Valenza, presented by Frank Valenza, Long Reach High School. Shay Colleen Walsh, presented by Sharon Walsh, Bushy Park Elementary School.
Ashley Irma Abramson. John Leighton Actis. Naseem Ahmadi. May Hazem Ahmed. Patrick William Alderton. Justin Tyler Allan. Robert John Anderson. Bryce Cameron Archambault. Lauren Michelle Arena. Ryan Todd Bacon. Michael Colin Baker. Victoria Rose Ball. Thomas Robert Barlow, Jr. Deborah Elaine Beecraft. Jay Carrington Burko. Eric Matthew Beagle. Griffin Everett Bursa. Scott David Bettinger. Gabriella Murphy Bosley. Kyle Andre Boyce. Douglas Lee Brackens. Barbara Ann Brewer. Jennifer Marie Brigante. Kayla Renee Britton. Sean Francis Brookman. Alexander Michael Bruner. Nathan Robert Bruns. Briar Reed Burford. Bradley Galera Bergman. Sarah Louise Bushling. Laura Elise Butterfield. Tiffany Cynthia Butterfield. Maria Alma Campanelli. Olivia Crawford Carta. Eric Michael Carter. Logan Matthew Carter. Monica Lynn Chasen. Alexander John Churchyard. Lily Amalia Churchyard. Kevin Miles Sincata. Zaki Razul Collins. Paul Gazda Colinello. William Patrick Connor. Corinne Nicole Conover. Christian Patrick Considine. James Ryan Cooch. Jacob Eli DeHaan. Joshua Jack DeHaan. Robel Daniel. Alexander Duval Dapp. Elijah Jesse House Darden. Anastasia Marie Davis. Harry Glenn Davis III. Jeremy Matthew Davis. Jillian Michaela Davis. John Anthony Davis. Emma Bailey Day.
Nidhi Neelish Desai. Anna Colleen DeSantis. Verinda Keshav Deshpande. Hayden Michael Allan Dice. Madeline Kathleen Dietz. Christopher Michael Dillon. Tobias Drew Dilworth. Jan Colleen DeLugas. Michael Peter Dolan. Morgan Beth Dowd. Ocean Sieva Dressel. Dylan Leo DeBow. Michael Doherty Dumler. Adam Noor Eldon. Caroline Marie Elizabeth Esmond. Margaret Lucy Everett. Morgan Amani Farnham. Megan Kathleen Finan. Stephen Jeremiah Finnegan. Matthew Lewis Fratangelo. Eucalia Lynn Fry. Alexander Ullman Frith. Noel Austin Frost. Madison Lee Gallagher. Abigail Grace Gallagher. Mercedes Sky Gallagher. Austin Edward Gamache. Sophia Yvonne Gambino. Patrick Noah Aaron Gammerman. Tucker Paul Garufi. Christina Maria Garvey. Alexander Julia German. Noel Getachew. Rachel Ann Gerard. Emily Rose Gorey. Garrett Michael Gravanda. Parker Glenn Griffey. Angela Marie Gerfolino. Kayla Jan Gurian. Carissa Blake Hagan Abilly. Connor Evan Hall. Jacob James Hampshire. Maisie Bell Haney. Abigail Paige Harding. Jacob Andrew Harding. Benjamin Joseph Harris. Sophie Park Harrison. Madison May Haney. McKenna Tegan Hearn. Delaney Brooke Heath. Wesley King Heflin. Cassandra Margaret Held. Nicholas James Henderson. Chelsea Lee Hengler. Griffin William Henley. Alexander Paul Herwig. Braden Allen Hinther. Anne Elizabeth Hobdy. Emma Eileen Hobdy. Paige Riley Hoflick. Connor Joseph Hoffman. Tegan Catherine Hollenbeck. Christopher Waikyung Hung. Daniel David Hopkins. Allison Deanne Howard. Allison Mingson Hu. Grant William Huffman. Thomas John Huffman. Cooper John Huffman. Samuel Jack Hewlett. Clayton James Huntington. Megan Danae Jennings. James Alexander Johnson. Paige Marie Johnson. Shannon Nicole Jones. Kaylee Maria Jordan. Donald Edward Jordan. Mary Elizabeth Jordan. Alicia Angelica Young. Diana Lynn Cavadeas. Alexander Michael Kelly. Sydney Elizabeth Kenny. Rachel Ann King. Jacob Neal Kirtley. Martin Riley Closer. Jeffrey Edward Knight Griffin. David Chunil Ko. Samuel Lee Kraus. Logan Elizabeth Kroom. Corinne Marie Krasinski. Lynn Elizabeth Krasinski. Cameron Michael Kukaselis. Jennifer Ann Landry. Ryan Michael Lang. Kimberly Sierra Lang. Jared Allen Lanterman. Lauren Ashley Lapina. Alexander Jonathan Lawler. Young Soo Lee. Sarah Grace Umugeraneza Lefevre. Mitchell Todd LePage. John Thomas Levy.
Nathaniel Hagen Lynn. Alyssa Deborah Livesay. Matthew Richard Lober. Sanam Laden. Julia Elise Lohman. Andy Zamir Lopez. James Edwin Lohr. Jenny Lynn Lucas. Caitlyn Eileen Leiden. Jack Henry Manning. Carson Scott Marshall. Lauren Danielle Martin. Lexi Morgan Mathabel. Miranda Jane Mattis. Alexander Joseph Mattis. James Mitchell Maxfield. Joseph Mitcher McAllister. Michael James McFadden. Matthew Donald McGee. Robert Dominic Michelle. Benjamin David Miller. Grace Ann Miller. Rachel Marie Miller. Rebecca Ruth Miller. William Andrew Miller. Herman Santos Mills. Gabrielle Lee Mirabala. Kazmita Rajesh Marani. Alex Lawrence Mayu. Elena Maria Mobley. Bonifacio Marino. Mathori Morgan. Miles Lee Mowbray. Eliza Jane Muller. Katherine Eleanor Murbach. Mary Ellen Elizabeth Musselman. Amanda Ani Nguyen. Tiffany Tanjuk Nguyen. Alexandra Lee Noyes. Brian Curtis Olive. Kujumeka Lyndon Onwuku. Bianca Kadiliosia Onwubiko. Matthew James Owen. Ashley Denise Owens. Nicholas Anthony Palaganis. Zachary Brian Palaganis. Joshua Logan Paper. Evan Stewart Paragal. Sophia Victoria Patchen. Samantha Caitlyn Pierce. Taylor Elizabeth Peck. Sydney Abigail Pierce. Alicia Aaron Pelkey. Allison Marie Peters. Brock William Peters. Cody James Pilcher. Emma Catherine Peppinger. Matthew Jacob Polterak. Anna Maria Prats. Jordan Joseph Preston. Coral Ryan Price. Lucas Christopher Pachala. Sharon Rebecca Puthamana. Kyle Andrew Qualls. Luke Patterson Quinn. Benjamin Bernard Rafferty. Saneha Raj. Garrett Mitchell Randolph. Zoe Nicole Reed. Ashley Odell Reed. Brandon Joseph Reese. Aaron Michelle Riley. Krista Danielle Messina Reyes. Diana Beatrice Reyes Varela. Megan Eve Reynolds. Jake Daniel Ricker. Casey Joe Reamer. Jeremy Joseph Regali. Candace Ann Rodkey. Joseph Burke Rochella. Hasib Aman Roshan. Madeline Helena Ross. Sophia Alexandra Ross. Matthew Thomas Reuter. Philip Paul Seath. Julia Lo Salandra. Griffin C. Sancombe. Simran Kaur Sandhu. Eric Olden Salisbury. Jacob Michael Schonberg. Matthew Charles Siebert. Andrew Joseph Shackelford. Joseph Charles Siebert. Andrew Joseph Shackelford. Yash Rakesh Kumar Shah. Andrew Kewin Min Shin. Samantha Nicole Shoemaker.
Osama Siddiq. Colin John Silk. James Joseph Cyrene. Marissa Lynn Sirk. Kaylin Bon Joseph Magbulas Sison. Ingrid Skirpa. Skylar Dane Smith. Abigail Marie Snellman. Jarrett Lane Snoots. Kurt Matthew Stetzer. Kyle James Stewart. Elena Catherine Sims. Ryan Patrick Sink. Emily Frances Cardell. Peter Michael Terrier. Kristen Alley Thiesing. Sean Carson Thompson. Timothy Matthew Trishman. Amelia Amy Brooke Upchurch. Alexandra Lauren Van Cleef. Christiana Lynn Voda. Christian Ann Waxmunsky. Matthew Gregory Wallace. Alyssa Eileen Walls. Alyssa Margot Waskavich. Brett Richard Wasson. Samuel Charles Wenner. Allison Margaret Wilcox. Andrew Murdoch Wilmoth. Cameron Michael Wilson. Alexis Ann Winkler. Trevor Alexander Wynn. Kyle Wayne Wolfrey. Haley Louise Wright. Jacob Ryan Wright. Kyle James Wright. Megan Delana Wright. Cole Allen Youngman. Kevin Zhao Zhang.
Congratulations. Okay. Congratulations to all of the graduates. Class of 2016, please rise. I see you already did that. As a class, we would like to thank all of the Glenelg staff and faculty that have helped us grow in these last 4 years. In the words of Jeb Bush, please clap. Class of 2016, you should all be proud of all of the accomplishments you've had and the difference you've made in this world. We are now official graduates and alumni of Glenelg High School. That's something to cheer for, yeah! At this time, please join me in the turning of the tassels from right to left. Congratulations, go Gladiators!